TGIF, everybody, and welcome to the Sunshine State's only true, authentic sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics important to you, the sports fan in Florida. We are Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. I happen to be Mike Bianchi, sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel, and he happens to be Kravitz, Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media. That man right across the glass over there, that is prime time Jaden Grimes, the prodigy of production. And we are coming to you live from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeartRadio app. And it's a Yingling Football Friday. We're fired up to talk some football with you. We're also going to talk some basketball. It's also a free-for-all Friday. And do we have a prize or prizes to give away on a free-for-all Friday, Krabby Krabs?
That is right, we do. We have UCF Okie State tickets to give away. We have Cheap Trick tickets to give away.
Wow.
But the tickets that everybody's going to want the most. Magic Knicks tomorrow at Kia Center. Multiple pairs to give away. We came into quite the possession here. We have 3 pairs of tickets, and this is how we're giving them away. 1 pair will be given away on our Twitter account at 96.9 Game On. That picture of Franz with the nice Euro move on Mikal Bridges is pinned to the top of that page. So go to Twitter, find that comment, and you can enter that way. You can text in on a free-for-all Friday, and you can win them that way, or you can leave us a talkback. So it'll be 1 social, 1 text, 1 talkback winner. That's 3 separate pairs that we're giving away today.
Yeah, and free-for-all Friday means you can ask us anything you want to ask us, all right? So make it a good, clever question if you want to win the tickets. And on the talkback line, just do what you do. Rage cage. Yeah. Get on the talkback line and rage away, and the best will win tickets as well.
Mike, I know you didn't ask, but I just have to tell you.
What?
I am so fired up today.
Why?
Not only are you and I wearing the same shirt, unplanned.
Yeah.
But it's Cup night in the NBA, baby. Here we go.
Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it. Stop it. Wow. Let's get to some highlights and headlines. Speaking of the NBA, do you have the song? Do you have the song ready to play? There we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Yeah.
Hey, wow. How did that taste, Clippers? How did that taste? As I'm reading at OrlandoMagic.com right now, the Orlando Magic have been looking more like the Showtime Magic lately. The Magic have become a run-and-gun, pace and space machine. Last night at Kia Center, they accumulated a season-best 41 fast break points in a 129-101 victory over the Clippers. Give me some highlights, Prodigy.
Harden tries a cross-court bounce pass, and Jalen Suggs tips it to himself. Hit the deck, did some parkour, and got it back. Ran the floor, threw the lob to Goga Batadze. Are you kidding me? Jalen Suggs playing harder than everybody on the floor right now, and it's a timeout Clippers. That is incredible stuff from juicy Jalen Suggs. Bane, he'll stop on a dime. 3-ball over Christie's up it good. Desmond Bane getting rolling. That's his 3rd three-point make of the night. The Magic have made 14 triples tonight, and this is a 23-point game.
I think you hit it right there. Stops to get out and run. We talked about it before the game. That's the point of our defense. We talk about the running game, but it only comes after you get the stops. Not frantic, but the right way. Let your defense create your offense.
That's Jamal Mosley. That's what happened last night. The Magic, again, 42 fast break points last night. 41. That's the most, by the way, they've had since the year 2000. In fast break points.
Did they? I think they may have added 2. I have the paper box from last night. It says 39, but I guess maybe they gave him an extra couple. But
yeah,
I figured it out. I have figured out this pace thing.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a hot topic around Magic fans this season. One thing that I discovered was that at the beginning of the season, their first 4 or 5 games when they were really struggling, a lot of those teams rank towards the top of the league in pace of play.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, as the Magic have gotten their act together, they've been playing some of the lowest pace teams in the league. The Rockets, the Knicks, the Warriors, the Clippers. These teams move like snails. The Magic, when they're trying to, and think about this, this makes perfect sense. Beginning of the season, they're trying to figure out this new style of play against teams that are already doing it better than they are, just in terms of the style.
Yeah.
Not the quality of the teams, but the style of the play. Now they've had some time to get the new system under their belt, and now they're going up against teams that don't move fast at all, so those teams are shocked by their new system. Stylistically, it was just a bad time when you look back for them to install this based on trying to fit in new pieces and going up against teams like Miami and Philadelphia that want to go, go, go.
Yeah, and there's also, as Jamal Mosley said, defense creates offense. Jalen Suggs wasn't playing a whole lot early in the season.
That's a huge part of it. And it's also, so if you watch teams like Miami, Philadelphia is only an example when Joel Embiid is out. When Embiid is in, they do not move at a fast pace. But Miami and Chicago are a really good example. They play each other tonight. So if you're curious, just watch those two teams play. They move at a fast pace no matter what is happening. Off of makes. They've got 1 foot out of bounds, and boom, they are passing to whoever and pushing the ball up the court. What the Magic want to do is only move at that speed off of misses and turnovers. They're not just going fast all the time, and that's what Jamal Mosley's talking about. Let your defense create the transition pace, and that's what they've been doing.
Here's a stat for you. Over the last 5 games, the Magic have totaled 127 fast break points. That's the most in the league during that stretch. So that tells you they are moving fast. And what they shoot from 3 last night, 53%.
Yeah. They made 18 threes. They're averaging 10 per game on the season. They're averaging 33% from three-point range on the season, and they shot 20 percentage points better than that. Now, let's tell the full story here. Their opponent last night, woof. That is a team that is old, slow, and I think they have already given up on the season.
Oh, they should. They're 4-11 right now, and yeah, their key pieces are hurt as well. Florida Gators AD Scott Strickland and others reportedly interviewed Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin and his representatives yesterday at an undisclosed location. The meeting comes after LSU hosted Kiffin's family for a tour of Baton Rouge on Monday. Of course, other members of Kiffin's family were in Gainesville on Sunday. LSU is supposedly and reportedly prepared to make Kiffin a monster offer that would make him the highest paid coach in college football. So, man, there is a lot going on with Lane Kiffin right now. Of course, Ole Miss has an off week, so I guess this is the time he figures, hey, I could go meet with Florida and LSU. Here's Lane Kiffin earlier in the week.
Is there any reason you wouldn't see yourself, any situation in which you wouldn't think you'd be coaching this team moving forward beyond next week?
No, I don't. I mean, we're game planning. We just practice. I don't even understand how that would happen. So,
okay,
must be missing something.
Hey, Lane, there are conflicting reports. I was going to give you a chance to set the record straight that you spoke with the governor of Louisiana here pretty recently. Did that or did that not happen?
Yeah, I wouldn't comment on that either way. So I'm not.
When do you hope to have some clarity and provide some clarity on your future with Ole Miss and also the other parties that are seeking your services at this moment?
I mean, like I said, I'm saying the same thing for 6 years. I'm not talking about speaking on other jobs.
There you have it. Lane Kiffin. That's Lane Kiffin's life right now.
He loves this.
I'm going to make a prediction. By the time we're on the air Monday, we will know where Lane Kiffin's coaching next year. Agree or disagree?
I disagree. I think he's going to stretch this out a little bit longer.
Okay.
I think he's going to take his sweet ass time on this.
Maybe. Wow.
Is there anybody? And here's part of the reason why. Is there anybody else out there right now in the college ranks that is as hot a candidate as Lane Kiffin?
No, of course not.
So he is on his own timeline right now. It's all based on competition. And he's in no rush. So he takes a job on Monday and then what? He leaves? No, he's not leaving.
No, I think he will. He'll tell. We'll know. I didn't say he's going to leave Ole Miss. He's going to tell us where he's going to coach.
I think it'll be another couple of weeks.
Okay, I hope so. I don't want to work this weekend. The Houston Texans sacked Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen a career high 8 times last night, but the Bills still had a chance to win until Allen threw this interception at the end of the game.
Orbit motion, Shakir. Allen back to throw. Allen airing it out. Allen picked off by Block. It's over. The Texans are going to do it. The Texans pull it off. They're going to knock off Buffalo tonight.
Wow. I tried to tell you yesterday.
We both nailed it. I had the under.
Win.
I had the under. You had the Texans. You know, we're just handing out winners over here.
Let me just say this, all right? And I'm not going to overreact this, but there's something wrong with Buffalo. There's something wrong with Buffalo.
This is one of those scenarios where sometimes I wish that I can get pretty bullish on my opinions, and then sometimes I just stop right before the finish line.
You said it last week.
The guy had 6 touchdowns.
You said
and I said he doesn't look right to me, and everybody called me crazy, and I thought, you know what? I saw what I saw, but maybe they're right. Maybe I'm a little crazy. And he's not right. He is not right. And the Texans will make you look a little foolish. Their defense is really good, but there's a Josh Allen problem going on right now. He's reverting back to some of his old habits. Remember, when he started his career, he was not good out of the gate. He could not hit the broadside of a barn. He was a really bad decision maker, and he was basically reliant on his legs. And it feels like he's falling back into that. He doesn't have great weapons, and I think he's starting to settle into some bad habits.
Keon Coleman screwed that team.
They screwed themselves. They never should have.
Well, yeah, but the fact that they did draft him and they were counting on him, and now he's been a total disaster. So
you can't force it in the draft.
Those are your highlights and your headlines.
Coming up next, our daily source of motivation and inspiration. I've got one from the greatest of all time. Plus, it's a free-for-all Friday. Text in 50857. Hit us up in the Rage Cage. Both of those interactions will earn you an opportunity to go to Magic Knicks tomorrow. We're back in a few minutes.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On. It is no secret that we are in an incredibly challenging economic environment right now. I mean, with all the global unrest, the tariffs, are there tariffs, aren't there tariffs, the political polarization out there, it all creates volatility. That's why I trust Trajan Wealth. Their investment team constantly evaluates the markets, and because they're independent, they're not tied to just one set of products. They built a portfolio around my goals and my risk tolerance. I even moved over an old 401k I'd been ignoring, and now it's working for me instead of gathering dust. With everything going on in the world today, it pays to have fiduciaries who adjust your plan when the market shifts. Jeff Jr. is a Marine veteran who founded Trajan Wealth with that same code he learned in the Marines. You know the code, Semper Fi. It means always faithful, and that's what Trajan Wealth is, always faithful to protecting your financial future. Call Trajan Wealth today, 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
I'm a beer fanatic, so I don't settle for anything less than the best. And the folks at Hourglass Brewing deliver quality, consistency, everything I'm looking for in a good beer. With that neighborhood charm at their 2 Orlando locations, Hourglass Brewing is a first-class brewery from the same one that cranks out Zoneheads 35 once per year. But it's more than that. They crank out the hits on the daily. 25-plus Hourglass beers on tap every single day. Stop by for happy hour. $3 I4 iSource citrus lagers from 4 to 6 p.m. all day on Mondays. They even have wines, seltzers, ciders, something for everybody. Cozy up to the bar, get to know their friendly staff. Hourglass is a welcoming watering hole for the entire Orlando community, and they have a location right near downtown Orlando as well, on top of the one right around the corner from me in Longwood. This isn't mass-produced. This is craft. Fresh ingredients, local pride, and a taste that you can actually savor. So next time you need to unwind, skip the ordinary and raise a glass to the extraordinary. Raise a glass to Hourglass Brewing.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and west on at this time, the same Colonial Drive and Beach. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a quote of cash right now. So what are you doing? Check it first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do.
You know who to call. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
All the headlines to get you ready for your football weekend. It's the Yingling Football Friday on 96.9 The Game. Are you ready for football this weekend? Don't forget to get your Yingling before kickoff.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef. This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Make your backyard the best seat in the house with help from Tools Ace Hardware. From Big Green Egg and Traeger to Napoleon and Weber, we've got the perfect grill to make your holiday meal memorable. Plus, Hollywood outdoor furniture, fire pits, firewood, patio heaters, and propane to keep everyone comfortable. Get free assembly and local delivery when you spend $3.99 or more on grills or patio furniture. Just visit one of Tools Ace Hardware's 14 convenient Central Florida locations or shop online at acehardware.com. Tools Ace, the backyard place.
If you want your windows there and wait, pick up the phone and just text free.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays.
It's the most wonderful time.
Open the app and search Holiday and find Magic 107.7, Orlando's Christmas station. Plus stations playing specialized holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, plus tons of playlists, even podcasts.
Last Christmas.
Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Holiday to start listening.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Bet it or forget it. You would trade both your dog and your cat for $100,000.
Oh, bet it. That's the easiest bet. That's the easiest. I'm taking the person on the person on the other side of that bet is getting taken to the woodshed. Okay. First of all, my dog has lived a very long and fruitful life. Okay. You're not going to get a lot of time with him. He's about 13 years old. So he's that's just the reality is he's near the end of the road and my cat sucks. So I would trade her for $10 and a ham sandwich. And I'd tell it to her face.
Listen to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app. Saturday, the Knights look to finish strong at the Bounce House as they tangle with the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Our coverage begins at 2 p.m. Kickoff is at 4. Catch every minute right here on your exclusive home of UCF Sports. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeartRadio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Welcome back to Game On here on FM 96.9 The Game in Orlando, AM 930 in Jacksonville, FM 96.5 The Sphere in Tallahassee, and streaming worldwide on the iHeartRadio app and on YouTube. At least I think we're on the YouTube machine.
We are on the YouTube machine.
Well, my internet's kind of acting weird over here, and it all generates from my computer. I think I might need a new computer. How are the corporate people with have they been good about the new computers?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to email computer people at iHeartMedia.
Is that your company computer right there?
It is.
Looks like a pretty new one, huh?
That's because I take care of it. But it's it's been around the block. But let's get to our daily coach quote.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Today's is about staying present. Folks who followed Michael Jordan closely throughout his career say that his greatest gift was not that he could jump high or run fast or make fadeaway jumpers. His gift was that he always stayed present and he never feared what he couldn't control, like whether the ball was going to go through the hoop. The line that he used to repeat to those around him was, "Why would I think about a missed shot that I haven't taken yet?" Chills up and down the arm. That is a great lesson for life. Why would I worry about a missed shot that I haven't taken yet? Shoot your shot. You don't know what's going to happen because you haven't tried it yet.
Didn't he have another quote sort of like that? Like, what was it? Yeah, something like you're not going to make a shot unless you take it.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, and just speaking about Michael Jordan. I don't know that it ties into this quote at all, but just the importance of teamwork in team sports and relying on others, because we so often, whether it's football or basketball, we accredit success. We hone in on one person, say that they're the difference. For a long time, Magic fans probably thought the team couldn't win without Paolo. Now the team is still winning and Paolo's not there. And while some are going to try and create the narrative of maybe the team is better without him, the truth is that it's because it doesn't come down to one player. And I was thinking about this with Michael Jordan. This man scored 63 points in a playoff game once against the Boston Celtics. It's one of the greatest playoff performances in the history of basketball. Did you know the Bulls lost that basketball game? It wasn't until the greatest of all time that most of us agree Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player to ever live. his single greatest playoff performance, not the push off on Byron Nelson, not the shot over Elo, none of that. His greatest performance was against the Celtics in the 80s, where he struck 63 points in the Garden, and they lost that basketball game. It wasn't until he had a proper supporting cast where he was able to win. Always keep that in mind, whether you are talking sports at a bar with your friend or you're at work wondering why you can't get the job done by yourself. You need a team around you in any team setting.
Yeah. And everybody knows the story about Michael Jordan got cut from his high school, or was it his junior high school team? He got cut. And, he even had a quote about that. I've failed over and over again. That's why I succeed. Right?
That's right. That's right. Babe Ruth struck out a lot too. A little too much, if you ask me. Text in 50857. We want your free-for-all Friday questions. Somebody said, I hope whoever gets the Magic tickets goes to support the Magic, and that they're not Knicks fans, because they're expecting the crowd to be predominantly Knicks fans.
Well, not predominantly, but there's always a lot of Knicks fans there, of course. I mean, all you have to do is look in our own studio here. Mark Daniels, big Knicks fan. Kelly Velez, big Knicks fan.
How is it that everyone's from New York? How did that happen? There's so many other places in this country. Yet everybody has an affiliation to New York. And it was like that before. It's not just even right now. And the Shot Doctor was a New York sports fan. And
was he from New? He wasn't even from New York.
I think he was from New York.
He was? Okay.
Yeah. I grew up with Knicks fans in South Florida. They're everywhere.
Mad Dog used to work right here in this station.
Yeah. He worked in this building?
Chris Russo. He used to sit in that same seat.
Oh,
yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
This is a newer chair. I don't think he sat in this chair. Up next, what is the silver lining to UCF season? Can we find one? We'll talk about that with Sean Green next.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On.
That chill is in the air, which means that heat will be kicked on for many of you. It might even be already. Make sure that your AC system is pumping right for the holidays with Mills Air. Whether you need a new unit or an updated existing unit, whatever it is you need, Mills Air can help you keep your home cool and energy efficient while improving your air quality all at the same time. Voted best in Orlando, no one does it quite like Mills. They offer indoor air quality services in Central Florida that are simply unmatched. Keep the air in your home clean for the health of you, for the health of your family. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. The number to call, 407-277-1159, and online you can find them at millsair.com.
All right, guys, let's get real. You know that feeling when your body just doesn't respond the way it used to, whether it's at the gym, on the golf course, or in the bedroom? You feel like you've lost a step. That's why I want to tell you about Shockwave Therapy at Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. This isn't some magic pill or gimmick. It's advanced acoustic energy that increases blood flow, repairs tissue, and restores function naturally. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery. It's used by pro athletes to heal faster and perform stronger. And now it's helping guys like us feel younger again in the gym and in the bedroom. And ladies, it's not just for men. Women are seeing amazing results too. Better comfort, sensitivity, and overall confidence. So if pain or performance issues are slowing you down, it's time to get back in the game with the team that gets it right. Visit hormonesandwellness.com. That's hormonesandwellness.com, and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you.
What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you could choose one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon, with big bank reliability and small bank resolve. You get 160 years of financial strength and stability and an enduring commitment to personal service. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank. Visit firsthorizon.com/getitall.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You got to see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Bucks sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
At Farmers Insurance, we often wonder, why would you buy a top-of-the-line smartphone only to protect it with the cheapest case? Would you invest thousands in a home reno but use the cheapest electrical wiring? And to apply that common sense further, why would you ever compromise on the quality of your insurance? The answer is simple. You wouldn't. If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings. Get a quote today at farmers.com.
We are Farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers. Truck Fire Insurance. Products not available by state.
Our area continues to grow. More and stores are moving in, and that includes big box jewelry retailers who claim to be direct importers.
You're going to hear from people that come into the markets that we're in, and they're going to claim to be direct diamond importer. What's new about that? I've been doing that for over 40 years.
That's Florida's original Keith LeClaire, owner of International Diamond Center, who says the corporate jewelers are mostly owned by the same Wall Street conglomerate, just with different names.
Some have become where they have 9, 10 different brands. They're owned by Wall Street. They answer to Wall Street.
But at locally owned IDC,
we don't answer to anybody but our customers.
At IDC, you don't deal with retail clerks. You work with true diamond professionals who are focused on you, not some corporate sales quota.
We guide them through it, protect them. We want them to come back.
And bottom line, Keith guarantees to beat any diamond at any price that you find at any corporate store, any day of the week.
You cannot get any closer to the source than IDC.
International Diamond Center, your true direct diamond importer for 4 decades. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and sunshine rules the day. In fact, all weekend we're going to be looking at gorgeous sunshine, a little bit of patchy fog each morning, temperatures in the low 60s, and then warming up into the lower to middle 80s. And, you know, this weather pattern takes us straight through next week. Thanksgiving Day, we may see a few showers with a weak front, but otherwise looking great from Monday through Wednesday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
Indeed Sponsored Jobs gives your job posting a turbo boost. Match with the candidates you're looking for, making your hiring simple. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Again, that's Indeed.com/credit.
Thursday. Your Thanksgiving wouldn't be complete without a triple helping of the NFL. First, the Lions host the Packers in an NFC North showdown. Then the Cowboys and Chiefs battle in Big D, followed by an AFC North battle between the Bengals and Ravens. Our coverage begins at 12:30 p.m. right here on your home for the NFL. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeartRadio app. Let's hit the local beat and see what's happening with the teams that call the state of Florida home. Sending you back to the studio. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Let's talk about these rough and tough UCF nights. Sean Green, the host of the UCF Charge On podcast, joins us as he does on Fridays at this time. I am going to steal Mike Bianchi's number one question about this week's game. Sean, is this a, quote, big game?
That's what Scott Frost said. Okay, I was just parroting what he said.
It is not. Hey, guys, it's not. I mean, if you look at it in terms of, hey, last year they got 4 wins. This would make it 1 win more than last year. Then yeah, it is UCF Super Bowl this week. But in terms of big game, I mean, it's on ESPN Plus, so I think that tells you everything you need to know about this game.
Oh, yikes! I gotta get ESPN Plus fired up again. I'm not doing that. I don't think I'll just catch the highlights. So I know Oklahoma State is really bad. They've been bad for a couple of years now.
No. They are the worst team in Power 4.
Yeah,
I believe their last win was against Tennessee Martin or something.
First game is
in August.
Yeah.
What do we need to understand about this team? What is it about them that's so awful?
Look, the best way I can describe it is, Scott Frost has mentioned that UCF, the mantra that he really wants to emulate with UCF is doing more with less, right? The underdog story. Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State made a career on that. Like, Oklahoma State was really never in the tops of recruiting, never was the princess in the transfer portal. Like, Mike Gundy was a really good job at developing players. And that's ultimately what got him fired. They didn't do a good job developing over the last couple of years, and his team's really bad. They don't have a quarterback. And now you're kind of seeing what has happened since. They are really bad on offense. They're really bad on defense. That program is in shambles, and they need a guy that's going to completely rebuild it. So it just hasn't gone well. And I think that's what gives you some confidence. Again, UCF has been really, really good this season against the bad teams with a new head coach, new team. This is a similar situation to that, and that's why it's a good opponent for UCF to match up with.
Yeah, and UCF is a 13.5-point favorite. I think it's a little eye-popping for some people that see that with how uneven UCF has been this year. What about Miles Montgomery? What's the update on the UCF running back?
Yeah, he's questionable. We don't know if he's going to go. Yeah, we'll probably find that out. It is senior day. I think he's probably going to play. It's his last game at home for UCF. I think you'll probably see him out there. But then again, if his injury is still too bad, we'll see. But I would assume that he will play.
Sean, you just mentioned it is senior day. It is the last home game of the season. What do you expect the crowd to be, and what's the mood right now of Night Nation as far as exuberance for their football team?
Again, I hate to be negative. It's probably going to be non-existent. There's probably going to not be many people going to this one against a 1-9 football team. And I think that's, it's disappointing, but I think I've been kind of teasing it over the last couple of weeks. You see the report coming out potentially about Rocco Marriott, a 4-star quarterback, being interested in UCF. I think there's some interesting stuff happening. And unfortunately, I do think this season there hasn't been a lot of buzz. There was buzz at the beginning. It's kind of waned with the losses. But I think over the next month, there's going to be some recruiting stuff that pops up that's going to get fans engaged. And I do think that will help them going into next season, kind of get people excited and get people back. But in terms of crowd on Saturday, it's probably going to feel like some of the Black Friday games the last couple of years where nobody's there. It's pretty dead. But again, that's to be expected with the matchup you're kind of putting out there.
What have you noticed in Scott Frost's I guess his body language as the season has gone on and the losses have mounted. Has he seemed discouraged at all? Because I can't see it.
No, and I think it's ultimately. I think that's why people don't want to call this year zero. I think it's very clearly year zero with all the change that he's had to have and the talent he's working with. I think he's not really feeling pressure. He's not feeling upset because at the end of the day, like, he's having to do a lot with really not a lot on the roster. Like, he can't really implement his offense because unfortunately the guys that are out there right now, they can't do the simple stuff right. And that's kind of the issue where if you're Scott Frost, it can only be positive moving forward because you've implemented your culture, which I said that should be the positive. Scott Frost has implemented his culture this year, but he can't add stuff on players, especially on the offensive side, if they can't get the simple stuff down. So I think going into next year, and especially to the end of this season, you need to see who can do the simple stuff and carry them over to next season, because then you can start really seeing what a Scott Frost offense looks like.
What do you mean by that? The simple stuff?
Again, it's as simple as running the right route, blocking up field. Scott Frost has mentioned in the past couple of weeks how, and he took blame for it, but he's like, we're throwing too much at him. We tried to implement X, Y, Z, and we can't do it yet because they just can't get this stuff. I think it's very apparent. They just don't have the right players right now to do what Scott Frost wants to do. And I think when he was saying on week 8, like, oh, we wanted to implement this, but we threw some stuff for Baylor, and yeah, we couldn't do it because players couldn't get it. That says more about the players and the coaching staff. If you're in week 8 and players can't pick up an addition to a playbook, I'm telling you, that's where I think as long as you built the culture this year so the players know what to expect moving forward, then you could start getting excited and getting pumped up. But for right now, I just don't think they have the personnel to do what Scott Frost ultimately wants to do.
We're talking to Sean Green. He's the host of the UCF Charge On podcast. You can follow his great channel on YouTube. Puts out tremendous content no matter the quality of the football that we're seeing right now. This is the disappointing part of not having USF on the schedule anymore, is wrapping up a disappointing season and going, well, at least you could get a win over. Maybe get a win over. Well, USF.
You don't want USF.
Sure.
Yeah, this might not be the right year for that. But still, even just a game to look forward to against a rival, and then who knows? You throw the record books out the window. I mean, now, okay, they're going to get blasted anyway, but this time it's against BYU. And
can you imagine if UCF had Byron Brown?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Where did he come from?
USF's going to go on a big downward spiral here. Their coach doesn't care. That team's going to realize it. They're going to start losing a lot.
Spoken like a true UCF fan.
Very curious. They are going to lose their coach. I think Golish is going to get a good job. Can you give us, before we cut you loose, maybe and we don't care that you're negative, by the way. We like the honesty, but a silver lining on the season, something that you have seen that you feel decent about.
Oh, and again, my negativity is more so just about the quality of games towards the end of the year with the quality of what UCF is. I think Scott Frost has done as good of a job as you can in year 1. It's not really about the wins and losses right now. It's about, again, the culture. And I think any player on the roster right now will tell you that if they were on the roster last year compared to this year, it is 10 times better culturally than what happened last year. So I think the most important thing right now is, number 1, recruiting. Number 2, did you build the right culture to have people want to come in and have players want to stay? And I think Scott Frost and his staff have done a great job of that. And again, they've won some games along the way. They've lost some tough games, but let's be real. If you go look, UCF has lost games that all of us picked them to lose. They just haven't won the games that, were those 1-score games that you thought maybe UCF could steal. So nothing is shocking this year. It's all gone kind of how you expected. You just hope that moving forward into next season, they take that next step and win a couple more games and keep treading upward.
How would you feel if they lost on Saturday?
Oof.
Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm numb, so it wouldn't really affect one way or the other. I'm a component of play Davi Belfort. Like just play him, see what you have in him, and move on. Like I said, play all the young guys, play as many young guys as you possibly can, and then go out, play all your seniors, play all your older guys for BYU and see what happens. Because I do think BYU will be closer than people are giving it credit for. If they go out and win this week, I think the coaching staff has an opportunity to push hey, we're one win away from a bowl game. You are playing a top team in the conference. Let's go shock the world and do something. I think it'll be closer than people expect because of this coaching staff. Not so much the players on the roster, but because of the coaching staff.
Just promise me you're not doing a watch along for this on YouTube.
I am not for Oklahoma State, but unfortunately for BYU, I will be doing. Hey, for Texas Tech, I cut it off at halftime. I couldn't do the full game.
So did UCF.
I did. Yeah, I know. I cut it off at halftime. I said I'm done. But BYU, we will be doing it. So hopefully we win this week and make it exciting.
Frost is like, all right, guys, back it up. We're heading out of Lubbock. Sean Green, host of the UCF Charge On podcast. This is me officially telling you that we're off next week. So we will not be here. You can still feel free to connect to us, but
yeah, I'll connect to it and talk to myself.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Sean. Enjoy the game.
Thanks. Later, guys.
Up next, your texts, your talkbacks. We have Magic Knicks tickets to give away.
Better make them good.
And if you want to
make them
win,
good.
Ask us anything. Get us going on a topic that we hadn't even thought about yet. Sports, life, otherwise, we'll answer anything next.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On. If buying a home were like the NFL draft, the Nickley Group would be your number one overall pick, and it wouldn't even be close, all right? Rates are down, inventory's up, and the Nickley Group is saving clients an average of $24,000 per deal with extras like free appraisals, home warranties, even moving trucks. Plus, their love it or leave it guarantee means if you don't love your home in the first year, they'll relist it for free. How good is that? Download their free buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com. That's thenicklygroup.com. It's packed with everything you will need to know before you buy. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
Big rivalry game. We talked about that in the staff yesterday. Just talked about making sure our players stay focused and extra motivation. How the motivation comes from. And again, these players. The one thing that these players understand that Tennessee is there's a deep rooted history. Both Tennessee and the next week, but we're focusing on this week. They're an exceptional football team, but obviously our players understand that this game has always been a heated rivalry. So we will continue to talk to our players about it. We will continue. We have. Throughout the summer, we always show videos from rivalries, players from the past, players from our team right now, and past players making plays both offensively and defensively. So we'll have some video looping going on just to make sure our players understand the importance of this game. But as a competitor, I think we've sold a fact to our players, and as a staff, competitors, they want to compete no matter who they're playing against, and whether it's in front of 100,000, whether it's in the backyard with their uncles, their family members. If you're an athlete and you're a competitor, you want to win, you want to compete no matter what the stage, no matter who you're playing. So our players I'm excited. Our players will be at a high level, competing at a high level, and they'll have an opportunity to play back in the Swamp. And I think that's the one thing, if you want to talk about something that gets you fired up, the opportunity to come play back home in front of the Swamp in a night game, our players will be ready to play.
I mean, obviously the Tebow game.
Will be at a high level, competing at a high level, and they'll have an opportunity to play back in the Swamp. And I think that's the one thing. Competitor, you want to win, you want to compete no matter. If you're an athlete and you're a competitor. If you're an athlete and you're a competitor, you want to win, you want to compete no matter what the stage, no matter who you're playing. So our players I'm excited. Our players will be at a high level, competing at a high level, and they'll have an opportunity to play back in the Swamp. And I think that's the one thing, if you want to talk about something that gets you fired up, the opportunity to come play back home in front of the Swamp in a night game, our players will be ready to play.
.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. The UCF Knights are heard here. It's a free-for-all Friday. Let your voice be heard and see what you can get Bianchi and Kravitz all fired up about. Text us at 50857 or hit us up on the iHeartRadio Talkback. Now back to Game On.
Good afternoon, boys. This is Brian. I am sick and tired of hearing about the officiating in this sport, that sport, this. I am a sports official. No one knows how hard it is. it's never going to be right. You piss off one side because you called it. You piss off one side because you didn't call it. I'm over it, man. Deal with it. Come out and officiate. I've never been to a UCF game. I'd love to go. Thanks, boys. Have a good day.
Okay.
An official who gives his time. He's probably a youth league official or a high school official, something like that.
Yeah, that is thankless work.
Right.
I was talking.
Give him some tickets.
I will absolutely do that, Brian. I will write that down. Brian will get you into the UCF Oklahoma State game. Promise you that. I was talking to an official the other day, and they said that they were talking, and this was a youth league official. They said that they umpired a game recently where they were talking to like one side of the one team's parents, and they were really mad at him. And then he went over and talked to the other parents, and they were mad at him. And then he left and got in his car and smiled. He went, "I did a good job today. Everybody hates me." Yeah. That's when you know. And yep.
So like when you're a sports radio host or a sports columnist, right?
Yep. If everybody's pissed off, and you know what, kick my feet up, eat a good dinner, and we had a good day at work. Let's head to the text line at 50857. Free for all Friday. We've got Magic Knicks tickets to give away as well. Somebody said, Kravitz, at what age did you take your child to a Magic game? My son turns 4 on Saturday. I'd love to take him to a basketball game. I think he'd like it. So trying to pull on the heartstrings a little bit. My kid has been to one Magic game, and the first pop from the crowd freaked him out, and he has not gone back since. So, but he does like basketball. But it's those crowds are a little intense. It depends. You got to know your kid. But you're in the running just because I'm a softie. Somebody said the analogy is like BK and Bianchi. BK was a stud on his own, but now he has a proper supporting cast. He's on a different level now. The Bulldog and Jaden Grimes propping me up. Agree with that. Somebody said, love your show. What's the best sports duo that describes Bianchi and Brian Fritz's partnership?
What?
So we're going OG open mic, the first producer ever for Mike Bianchi on this station was Brian Fritz. I was their intern.
What would best describe our partnership?
That's my mentor.
Jordan Pippen, Montana Rice, Otani Yamamoto, Tiger Phil. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. What would best describe me and Fritz's partnership?
What duo? I think Kobe and Shaq, because you guys were like oil and water.
Yeah. We had a different philosophy,
completely different approach.
Yeah.
You know,
Fritz didn't like to do any of the wacky stuff.
So he would have been more like Kobe.
Yeah, he didn't like any
Shaq.
he didn't like any of the drops, the sound effects.
Yeah, let's have fun. He's like, let's just do radio so I can go home. Fritz is great, but definitely different approaches to the job. Somebody said, if you couldn't be a fan of your favorite current team, who would you? What team would you cheer for and why? Can be any sport.
My you know me. Whatever team's winning, baby.
I want the team that's like on the cusp of what, like the Seattle Mariners to me would be like my kind of team. A team that's playing well, but they're not so over the top obvious. A team like that.
It would be
the Houston Rockets. I'd be a fan of right now.
A team where I really like a player, one of the players.
Yeah. All right, keep them coming. 50857. I see some Thanksgiving goodies. What does your fork hit first? Quick, 5-second answer.
The dressing.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Same. A little sweet potato casserole. Duplex it up. We're back in 60 seconds.
Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Welcome back to the show. We are live in Orlando, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz, the premier sports talk radio show in the state of Florida. You can light us up on the Mills Air text line at 50857. Rage Cage us as well on the iHeart Talkback. We've got Magic Knicks tickets to give away, free for all Friday. We are sending one person to the game off of our Twitter account at 969 Game On. You can comment on the post that is pinned to the top of that page. We are sending one person off of the text line, and we are sending one person off of the talk back line. 3 pairs to give away, 3 different ways that you can win.
And let me just give you a little hint, okay? Let me give you a little hint. It's going to be much easier to win the tickets on the talk back line.
Path of least resistance.
Because not a whole lot of people get on the talkback line. They're scared. They get intimidated. If you get on the talkback line and do a really good emotional rant about something, you'll probably win the ticket. Just say it.
Yeah. I think the leader so far for me on the text line is the guy that asked about my kid.
That's good. That's weak. That's weak.
This segment brought to you by Tide's Beach Bar and Grill in Jacksonville, your home for football Sundays. Food and drink specials every week. You can get more info at fsrjacks.com. Also, make sure you're listening this weekend. The Fantasy Fix not going anywhere, 10 to 11 a.m. I'll have you covered with all of the latest fantasy football news, including this guy we're about to talk about right now. Bucky Irving. What a bizarre story this has become out of nowhere. Everyone is so hush-hush about what's going on with the Buccaneers running back. We're waiting for this guy to come back. He hasn't played since week 4. He was a sensation last year for this team. Started to put together some decent stat lines to start the year. It looked like they were going to have one of the best offenses in football. Mike Evans gets hurt. Bucky Irving gets hurt. Chris Godwin's hurt. You know, they're dealing with all of these injuries on the offensive line. So he's dealing with a shoulder and a foot issue. Apparently he's over the foot issue. It just came down to, okay, well, now he's got to be able to take hits with his shoulder. Team reporters over the last week have been saying that he's ramping up his work. I've been paying close attention to this because I just traded for this guy in fantasy. But then we talked to our Bucs insider, Scott Reynolds from pewterreport.com, and here's what he said on yesterday's show.
No, I'm not expecting him anytime soon, unfortunately. There's something going on there that we haven't really been able to put our finger on, but the foot injury is fine. It's gone. It's done. The shoulder injury is there, but there's something that's happened with Bucky this season. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but there's some smoke, and I just haven't found out where the fire is yet. But
so are you implying that there's something beyond injury that is an issue with Bucky Irving? Like, is it something like between the ears, relationship behind the scenes, one of those type of things?
Could be. I'm not sure, but there's something there. I've just heard too many I've gotten too many winks and nods and innuendos. Yeah. I can't put my finger on it yet, but there's something else that's awry.
Okay, so winks, nods, innuendos. I mean, this is just so nondescript. And it's not just Scott Reynolds. Okay, Scott Reynolds covers, he's there. He's at practice. He's covering the team on a local level. Now Mike Florio, national
insider.
Football. Yeah, I mean, this guy is as plugged in nationally as anybody in the country. And this is what he had to say about it.
I'm not so sure Bucky Irving is going to be back this weekend based upon something I heard when we were in Philadelphia. I'll tell you off air what I heard. I want to be careful. It just underscores the very real existence of inside information. It's because it's something that probably shouldn't be out, but I don't think he's going to be back anytime soon. It definitely is more information than what's available in the injury report.
Okay, the mystery continues. Then I see Rondé Barber, who is plugged in with the Bucs as well, because he used to play for the team. He said, Bucky is getting better. I don't think we're going to see him anytime soon. I'm not at liberty to say why. Bucky's got to get right with Bucky. This is a mystery wrapped in an enigma. I have no idea. I would love for the end of this topic to be, and here's the big reveal on what's going on with Bucky Irving. I don't know. No one will say it. And in a gossipy sports media, this must be pretty bad if nobody is willing to even suggest what it is.
It must be pretty bad. And let me just add this, all right? And the reporters must not know exactly what. They must not be dead ass certain what it is. Because if anybody had, in today's media with all the bloggers and stuff like that, if anybody had for certain information, it would get out. It would get out.
Yeah.
I don't know that they know exactly what's going on, or they probably heard some rumor and innuendo about what's going on, but maybe they don't know exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because didn't Todd Bowles just say that Bucky Irving's getting ready to play or something? Yeah, do we have Todd Bowles?
Too much off the field. He got hurt. He didn't handle it well because he'd been hurt for the first time. He got a full practice this week. He'll definitely be trending up and playing next week. So we're just preparing him for the Arizona game, which is what we're getting him ready for, and that's what he'll be ready for.
So again,
I do not get I don't agree with you.
I
do not get the impression that people don't know.
Here's what Rick Stroud wrote of the Tampa Bay Times, the dean of Tampa Bay Bucks writers. Quote, Bucky Irving needed some extra support after becoming injured and being away from his team for the first time in his career, according to people close to the situation. I don't know what that means. He needed some extra support. Is he having some sort of personal issues? Again, I'm not even going to speculate because I have no idea.
So, and this, let me be very clear. This is not speculation, but this is how confused people are about this. When you type in Bucky Irving into Google, one of the first prompts, because it'll give you commonly searched phrases with those names when you type things into Google, is Bucky Irving schizophrenia. That's not me. This is just what pops up when you type his name into Google. I have no idea if that's what it is. Not even close.
Right.
It's one of the things that I saw about Bucky Irving is that apparently his younger brother was shot and killed when he was 15 years old. And maybe that's something that and this would explain if there's some residual stuff that's coming up for Bucky Irving. And that's the reason why. That would explain why so many people are tight-lipped about it, because that is where our industry, friends, family, that's when they will protect what's going on with you the most, is when you're dealing with the aftermath of any tragedy, even if you're years removed from it. And I think that would explain some of it. So this is just total guessing game on my part, but it is bizarre because we see a lot of stories pop up throughout the year. This one feels so unique in the way that it's being covered.
Yeah, and obviously it's something, as you just mentioned, it could be something very tragic and it could be something very personal. And that's what it sounds like. It sounds like something very personal. That's why the Bucks beat writers, that's why Rondy Barber, that's why all these people don't want to discuss it publicly.
Yeah, they don't want to be the classless ones that turn that into a story. But when we find out, we'll tell you. Well, we don't know anything either. Up next, are we intrigued or fatigued? The best and worst games across the country coming up right after this.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On. I'll tell you what, this is the time of year, right? The summertime's over. It's been cool lately, although it got a little hot today, all right? But this is the time where you want to give Ziegler Air Conditioning a call for your maintenance check, all right? Because Jason and his crew have been keeping Central Florida cool for 40 years. They know what Florida heat can do to your system. And believe me, they don't just show up at your place, take a quick look and say everything's okay. They go into it, man. They were at my place a couple of weeks ago. They were taking things apart. They were servicing the unit. They were checking every connection. They were lubricating all the parts. They blow out all that gooky gunk that's in your drain lines and make sure you're running efficiently before that next heat wave closes in. Their maintenance plan includes 2 visits a year. All right, most companies give you 1 visit a year. They give you 2 visits a year, and their technicians actually, they educate you on how to take care of the system yourself. They give you all sorts of tips, like to put Simple Green into your drain lines to clear them out instead of bleach or vinegar. In fact, one of the techs told me bleach is for clothes, vinegar is for salad. All right, put Simple Green down there. That'll clean out your drain lines. And here's the other thing. The main thing I love about Ziegler Air Conditioning, they're always there when you need them. I've told you many times, Labor Day weekend, I needed my AC shut down, and it was 95 degrees out, and I had people over, and they were at my house within an hour. My AC was cool again within an hour and a half, and boom, my weekend was saved. So give them a call, 407-245-8765, 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
I don't know about you, but I can't stand when I see creepy crawlies all over my house. That's why I have to have a pest control provider that doesn't just treat the pest problem, they solve it. You can keep your home protected from the bugs all year long. Get yourself a termite bond while you're at it. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz and Mike Bianchi from Game On sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service. Burn Pest is a family-run operation right here in our backyard in Central Florida. Go and find them online easily, and don't stress about these pests anymore. It's burnpests.com.
Looking at activity this afternoon in the Orlando area, there is a crash reported eastbound blocking 2 right lanes on the interstate right now near 434. Another crash on the interstate has been reported westbound at the beach line and is currently blocking the left lane. If you come across any other traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Not today, cough and chest congestion. Most medicines let mucus build back up after 4 hours. With just one pill, Mucinex 12-Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Mucinex 12-Hour. Rid the congestion. Kill the cough. Use as directed. Kill the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Whether it's the tailgate party, cheap seats, or the couch, football is better with a Yingling, the official domestic beer of the UCF Knights. Yingling Football Friday continues on 96.9 The Game.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
Start your engines. Welcome to Rockville. Returns to Daytona International Speedway May 7th through 10th with Foo Fighters. My Chemical Romance. Guns N' Roses.
and bring me the horizon. Plus, Alice Cooper, Turnstile, Five Finger Dead Punch, The Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, A Day to Remember, Godsmack, Stained, and so many more. The world center of rock. Welcome to Rockville. Brings 4 days of nonstop action to Daytona Beach, May 7th through 10th. 4 days, single day, premium passes, and camping are on sale now. Get yours at welcometorockville.com, starting at only $1 down.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, chef. This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
Hey, it's Ed Helms, host of Snafu, my podcast about history's greatest screw-ups. On our new season, we're bringing you a new snafu every single episode.
32 lost nuclear weapons. You're like, wait, stop? What?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of history, a whole lot of funny, and a whole lot of fabulous guests. Paul Scheer, Angela and Jenna, Nick Kroll, Jordan Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
It's a Black Friday NFL special as the Bears take on the Eagles. Our coverage begins at 3:30. Catch every minute on your home of the NFL. AM 810 Fox Sports Radio, 106.7 HD3, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeartRadio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Hey guys, Bo here. Great show today. I was just wondering if all NBA fans are delusional or just Magic fans. Are we a special breed? I've seen a lot of discourse about the Magic being better without Paolo, which I think is ludicrous. So are all NBA fans like this? Or is it just Magic fans? Are we a special breed of delusional?
It's a great question, Bo. I think Magic fans are not alone. I'm pretty sure this happens everywhere.
I do think because we are where we're located. I think a lot of Magic fans are also college football fans, and they have sort of that college football overreact mentality to one game or one loss or. No,
I didn't. That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it does.
You think so?
I think
New York City is not a college football market. You think they don't overreact to one loss by the Knicks or the Yankees? They lose their minds.
I don't think. Okay, but New York, LA, those Chicago, those are major media markets.
I'm not sure LA cares.
I don't think the Indiana Pacers, for instance, I don't think their fans overreact like Magic. I'm talking about, I don't think their fans overreact like Magic fans or Cleveland Cavaliers fans overreact.
So basically, the Midwest, the South and the Northeast react to sports differently. I think that would be the conclusion of this discussion.
Maybe.
The Northeast overreacts because they go.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll tune in just to hear. I like to listen to different sports talk stations for a few minutes throughout the year. New York and Boston are some of my favorites to check in on because they lose their minds over one baseball game, in a 162 game season. So they react like that, and then down here, it is that college football mentality. You're right about that. I think they're much kinder in the Midwest. The Palo thing, I'm going to respond to that real quick. I think the proper way to frame this, the better without Palo, there is an aspect of that is true. The team is better when they don't rely on Palo. That, to me, is a factual statement. But that doesn't mean they're better without Palo. The problem is that when he plays, they often go, hey, we'll let Palo take care of the offense. And that's not a good approach. And I think sometimes Palo's to blame for that as well, but his teammates are too, because he's the best player on the team. When the best player's out there, you look to get him the ball. He looks to create his own shot because he's the best on the team at doing that. And that's not how this team and most teams operate effectively. So they're better when they don't rely on Palo. But believe me, when they get in a playoff series and it's the final 2 minutes and you need a bucket, you're going to want Palo out there because you're not going to trust any of these other guys to do it.
Right.
That's end rant. That's time for intrigued or fatigued, I believe.
There we go. All right, intrigued or fatigued, that is where we go through some of the other games and sporting events over the weekend that aren't necessarily associated to the teams that we mostly talk about. All right, let's start with some, actually, let's start with this. Big happenings out in Vegas, where the Las Vegas Formula One Grand Prix is going on. Kravitz, does that intrigue you or fatigue you? Formula One Grand Prix? I mean, you want to talk about hoopla out there in Vegas? Tickets going for a bundle of money. It is a mega event.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to stop what I'm doing to watch those cars zoom around Vegas for sure. That's going to change the schedule for me. No, I'm fatigued by that. I don't care about Formula One racing. I got enough to worry about.
Okay, normally I would know what your answer to this is, but there is an element to this game that I think is going to intrigue you. The Vegas Raiders against the Cleveland Browns. Intrigued or fatigued?
I'm intrigued. I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
There's a big part of me that just kind of knows how this is going to go. Shedeur Sanders probably going to get roasted by Max Crosby throughout the course of the afternoon. But the Raiders are pretty bad too. And let's not forget about that. Their offensive line, so this has nothing to do with Shedeur, this part, but just it does in terms of this being a game. I think people, based on the conversations I'm hearing, whether it's in hallways or on sports talk radio, everyone's just assuming that Shedeur Sanders, because he looked terrible against the Ravens in duty that he was not ready for, that he's going to be awful. The Raiders are so bad, and their offensive line is banged up. Wrong team to go up against with a bad offensive line, because the Browns' D-line that's the strength of their team. So Geno Smith is going to be under duress. If Shedeur Sanders has to do little to keep this thing competitive, he can do that. I actually think this game's going to be closer than people are giving it credit for. And because the narrative has tilted in one direction, I'm quite intrigued by this.
I'm not. Atlanta at New Orleans.
Oh God, fatigued. No. I think Kirk Cousins is a very likable individual. I've watched him on that quarterback show. 2 of the 3 seasons they've done it. I think he's really entertaining. He's got that sort of dad energy that I appreciate. And but no, if I never watch him play quarterback again, it'll be too soon. He's washed. I don't think Tyler Shuck is very entertaining to watch. That is one of the worst games of the weekend.
New England at Cincinnati. Intrigued or fatigued?
Heavily intrigued. I'm all in on this game.
Is Joe Burrow definitely starting?
No. He is not definitely starting, but there's still a chance that he will.
If he does it, are you still intrigued?
I'm still intrigued by it. I'm a
Why?
lot less intrigued by it.
Why would that intrigue you?
Well, I still have the 7.5. So, we're in pocket with this. So there's no backing away from it now. But I think I'm waiting for reality to strike on the New England Patriots. So taking my betting interest out of it. This Patriots team has been really good. They have not gone up against a healthy or functioning offense for months. And the Bengals, even without Jamar Chase, that's one thing they can do. And even if Burrow doesn't play, Flacco has shown he can put up some points. It's not like they're going to be lost if they don't have Burrow. Joe Flacco's been kind of getting by on offense. Their defense is the issue.
Right.
But the New England Patriots defense is, I think, one of the most overrated units in the NFL. I'm curious to see if they get exposed this weekend. Much more intrigued if Burrow plays. But this has been, I think, the most fascinating storyline of the week in the NFL. So I'm not going to back away from that game now.
Last couple. How about this one? Carolina at San Francisco.
Intrigued. I like this game.
Why?
Carolina is a scrappy little dog, and the 49ers have Brock Purdy back. The Panthers haven't been in primetime in years. They haven't. When's the last time they've been on Monday night or Sunday night football?
I don't know, but Bryce Young's coming off like a 448-yard passing game last week.
We got two tiny quarterbacks that are putting up decent numbers. I think this is going to be a good fantasy game. This is going to be a really entertaining Monday night football game with the Panthers having a chance to upset the San Francisco 49ers. And if they do, they'll have 7 wins on the season. They're going to become everybody's new favorite darling during this holiday stretch of the season.
Okay, I'm looking at the college football schedule.
Yeah, just ask me college football. Go ahead.
College football.
Fatigued. Terrible weekend of college football.
Got Southern Cal, Oregon. No.
It's fine.
Missouri, Oklahoma. No.
The fact that that's the best we can do.
These
teams.
How about the ACC?
No
matchup. Pitt, Georgia Tech.
When's the last time there's been an ACC game that's had you all jazzed up? I'm excited for tonight's FSU game just because it's a standalone. We get to see if the Noles have any life left in them.
By the way, here's a free money one for you if you want to put it on your little Hard Rock bet. Okay.
Oh yeah, like your free money on the Gators or the Ole Miss. Last week, Jaden, you were out. He sold me so good on Ole Miss minus 11.5, and the Gators had a lead in the fourth quarter.
Here's one for you: Arkansas getting 9.5 against Texas. Yeah, 5 of Arkansas's 8 losses are by 3 points or less. They keep their games close.
I do like betting against Texas, especially after what they did to me last week. Yeah, next week is going to be great in college football. This is a snoozer. If you wanted a Saturday to hang out with the family, go to a farmer's market and pretend like you care, this is the Saturday to do it.
And that is intrigued or fatigued.
Up next, the movers and shakers in the sports world. We'll hear from the coaches, the players, and more next. Mic'd up.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On.
The chill is coming in the air. And you know what that means? That means the heat is going to be on before you know it. Make sure your AC system is pumping right for the holidays with Mills Air. Whether you need a new unit or an upgrade to your existing unit, Mills Air can help keep your home cool and energy efficient while improving your air quality all at the same time. Voted best in Orlando, no one does it quite like Mills. Protect your investment and give yourself some peace of mind while you do it. Call Leon and the crew, schedule your appointment, and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. The number to call, 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
Hey, are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. El Campeon, the Champion, was founded in 1917 and is one of the most tradition-steeped courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them I sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. You can also play pickleball, tennis, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. Also celebrate the holiday with their special Thanksgiving holiday brunch on Thursday, November 27th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Oh, is it going to be good? Secure your table easily by making a reservation on opentable.com, or you can make reservations for the hotel, golf tee times, and the Thanksgiving brunch at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, your next great escape is closer than you think.
Attention, all Florida State Seminole fans and alumni. Did you know that 71,000 Noles have FSU specialty license plates? The FSU license plate is the simplest way to convey your school spirit and support academic excellence via scholarships. FSU even provides a $25 rebate for first-time buyers. Stop by your local tax collector's office and get an FSU tag today, or find out more at mytag.fsu.edu. Go Noles!
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers, all so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,400 off, plus get free delivery on select appliances like LG, America's most reliable line of appliances. Check out the newest LG refrigerator with new mini craft ice, straight from the dispenser. Shop Black Friday savings on select LG appliances, plus get free delivery now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 11/5 through 12/3. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
At Farmers Insurance, we often wonder, why would you buy a top-of-the-line smartphone only to protect it with the cheapest case? Would you invest thousands in a home reno but use the cheapest electrical wiring? And to apply that common sense further, why would you ever compromise on the quality of your insurance? The answer is simple. You wouldn't. If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings. Get a quote today at farmers.com.
We are Farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers, Trucker Fire Insurance Exchanges, or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
As our area continues to grow, more and more national chain stores are moving in, and that includes big box jewelry retailers who claim to be direct importers.
You're going to hear from people that come into the markets that we're in, and they're going to claim to be direct diamond importer. What's new about that? I've been doing that for over 40 years.
That's Florida's original Keith LeClaire, owner of International Diamond Center, who says the corporate jewelers are mostly owned by the same Wall Street conglomerate, just with different names.
Some have become where they have 9, 10 different brands. They're owned by Wall Street. They answer to Wall Street.
But at locally owned IDC,
we don't answer to anybody but our customers.
At IDC, you don't deal with retail clerks. You work with true diamond professionals who are focused on you, not some corporate sales quota.
We guide them through it, protect them. We want them to come back.
And bottom line, Keith guarantees to beat any diamond at any price that you find at any corporate store, any day of the week.
You cannot get any closer to the source than IDC.
International Diamond Center, your true direct diamond importer for 4 decades. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word WOW right now to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/fast. That's ethos.com/fast.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
It's time for Black Friday, Dell Technologies' biggest sale of the year. Enjoy huge savings on gift-worthy accessories and select PCs like the Dell 16 Plus, featuring Intel Core Ultra processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
College football tonight, Florida State visiting NC State. The Seminoles can become bowl eligible with a win. UCF defends its home turf against Oklahoma State tomorrow. The Knights have dropped 3 straight after losing to 5th-ranked Texas Tech. 2 high-profile Japanese ball players are headed stateside. Kazuma Okamoto and Kona Takahashi are free to negotiate with MLB teams. I'm Seth Everett.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
The new home for the Miami Dolphins is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeart Radio app. Just search 96.9 The Game. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up brought to you by Adventure Boat Share. Unlimited hassle-free boating without having to own a boat. How good is that? You just show up at the docks, the boat's waiting for you. You get done boating, drop it off. No muss, no fuss. 1 monthly fee. It's awesome. Check them out. AdventureBoatShare.com. All right, let's start mic'd up with the Magic's big victory last night over the injury-riddled LA Clippers, in which the Magic shot 52.9% from three-point range. Here's Jamal Mosley talking about it.
You know, I think we do a great job of trying to find that balance. A lot of those came in transition, you know, where we got to stop guys where feet set threes, we threw it ahead and they stepped into their shot. I think, you know, Tristan hit one, Jetty hit one, Desmond hit one. I think those guys are the ability to share the basketball, and we're doing it after stops, which is one of the most important things for this group.
I'll tell you what, Kravitz, we always talk about Jalen Suggs' defense, and he is the heart and soul of their defense. Guy's been shooting lights out this year.
Yeah, he has. I think the defense is the most important part of his game. It's also the most consistent part of his game because Jalen Suggs was 0 of 7 from three-point range the game prior against the Golden State Warriors, and then he starts the game against the Clippers, crossover, step back three like he's Steph Curry. I'm looking at him going, you probably shouldn't be shooting those. And then, of course, it goes in. So now he's like, well, I'm just going to shoot a bunch of threes tonight. And it was great. When it's there, there's nothing to me with those home games, nothing better than the crowd reaction off of a Jalen Suggs three. It's my favorite thing, all the home games. It's like a drug.
No question. Scott Frost, UCF's head coach, talking about how, hey, even though Oklahoma State is 1-9, this is an important game.
Well, there's a lot of seniors that I've only spent about 10 months with, but are great kids and are doing things the right way. This is going to be their last chance to play. It's our whole team's, as this team's last chance to play a home game together. I think we need to get the momentum turned back the right way. It's a chance to go out and perform better than we did last week. So it's a big game for us.
Coach, kind of on that note.
It's a big game. I get
for us, he said.
For us, not for us.
Yeah, right.
For us, he's talking about for us, the team, the guys in the locker room. But for us outside of the locker room, not a big game.
Yeah, senior day. It's the last chance to run out of the tunnel. There's a brotherhood in there. It's Scott Frost. Think about this from Frost's perspective. Let's get sentimental for a moment. This guy had the most magical
Are you
run.
Tommy Dorsey? I'm getting sentimental over you.
Is that like a song from the 50s?
You don't even know who Tommy Dorsey is. Big band.
I thought wasn't he like a running back for the Cowboys back in the day?
No, that was Tony Dorsett.
Oh, so close. So
think about it from Scott Frost.
Frost with that magical run in 2017, and then he tearfully leaves Orlando, thinks I have to shut that chapter of my life. So he gets to reopen this year, comes back. He's experiencing being the head coach at UCF again. Yeah, the season hasn't gone well, but this is his last game in a season that I think he never thought he'd be here in his life. And so on a personal level, yeah, it's a big game.
And plus, if they win, they still have a chance to become bowl eligible, even though they'll probably lose the carrot to try to inspire his team going into BYU.
Yep. Hopefully the Mormons don't steal that carrot.
Right. Mario Cristobal talking earlier in the week about the big controversy where Notre Dame is 4 spots ahead of Miami in the college football playoff rankings, even though Miami beat them head-to-head first game of the season. Here's Mario talking about head-to-head.
I would say the number one criteria, anything, is always head-to-head. I mean, it's why we play the game, right? So I think that always has been and always will be the number one factor in determining whatever relates to whatever.
Totally agree. All thing, if the records are equal, 8-2, 8-2, that's the ultimate argument ender right there. Head to head. I don't care who Miami lost to. I don't care who who Notre Dame lost to. I don't want to hear about quality losses. All right, head to head. That's
Tell
what
him, Bianchi.
Head to head.
As long as you have a subjective system, you're going to have subjective results. And when you have to take multiple things into account, they should all matter. I'm
not saying you should take them all into account, but the biggest piece of the pie should be head to head.
Let me ask you this.
What?
If the roles were reversed and Miami had a tougher schedule, but Miami lost to Notre Dame, what would Mario Cristobal be saying in this moment? Would he be talking about the importance of head-to-head?
Probably
Or
not.
schedule difficulty?
No, he'd probably be talking about schedule difficulty.
There you go.
You're right. Florida State, they are great at home, but they're not very good on the road. And guess where they're playing tonight? At NC State, Carter Finley Stadium. That's a tough place to play anyway. Here's Mike Norvell talking about the road woes.
Collectively, we've not played complementary football on the road. And when we do that, I think we're a really good football team. And on the road, you got to have, it's our energy, it's our focus, it's everything, that we can do to dictate the game. That's coming from the sideline. And, that's going to be a big focus for this week is that, man, there's a hostile place to play, non-Saturday game, all the stuff, 8 o'clock kickoff, later kickoff. I mean, all of it, right? But when we run out of that tunnel, right, and we have 60 minutes on the clock, the guys on that sideline, coaches, staff, your players, we all responsible for what the outcome is going to be. So we need to go and make sure that every bit of our energy, our discipline, our execution, that it shows up.
This is going to be the night. This is the night where they end their road warrior reputation.
Road warrior. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think you'll have to wait and see. I've got a more strong opinion on that coming up later in the show. Paulie's stopping by. Stone Cold Locks drop. And free money, free stuff in the Yingling 6-pack. So we've got a lot of, can't let it all out of the bag in the 4 o'clock hour, but make sure that you're listening in the next 30 minutes.
All right, last one. Let's jump to Baker Mayfield, talking about playing the Rams. Of course, he spent a season with the Rams, and he said that was very important to his football career.
There's no way for me to
sugarcoat it. It was pivotal in my career, in my journey. I've told you guys it helped me find the football or the fun in football again, that joy, and just getting to learn from those guys. Obviously, it looks a lot different now that Raheem Morris is gone, Zach Robinson, Liam, but Sean's been there the whole time. So it's, they helped me out and, helped me discover what offense I really want to play in and the responsibility that comes with in that, a lot of accountability at the line of scrimmage and to check and get to the right plays. But it was instrumental in my career, something I'm forever grateful for, and it'll be fun to go back and see some familiar faces.
Sean McVay, I mean, we know he's a hell of a coach, but he must be a hell of a motivator as well, because you hear Scott Frost talking about working for Sean McVay. You just heard Baker Mayfield talking about how that brought the joy back to football for him. McVay, man.
That's what the best coaches do.
Right.
Coaches can't make bad players into good players, but they can get just simply getting the most out of everybody that comes into their sphere. That's the best thing that a coach can do. And I think allowing somebody who plays with joy, Baker Mayfield has to play like that. That's his style.
Mm-hmm.
Allowing him to rediscover that's a good coach. Not everybody needs that. Some people need to be tested, pushed, and needled, poked and prodded and all of that. Everybody's different. And good coaches know how to coach players differently. I remember Jimmy Johnson was asked why isn't as hard on Troy Aikman as he is on some of the other players, and he goes, I don't treat everybody the same way. Troy Aikman's more important than they are. The good coaches understand that, and right. they have a way of developing personal relationships in a team sport.
That is mic'd up.
Coming up next, your chance to chime in. Free for all Friday, load of responses. Magic Knicks tickets still up for grabs. We're going to pick winners in the next segment. Also hit us up on the iHeartRadio Talkback. Got those raining in as well. We're right back at it in a moment.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On. Don Mealy Chevrolet has been your truck headquarters here in Central Florida for 50 years. This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. As you know, the Chevy Red Tag event is officially here. I've been talking about it for the last couple weeks. And if you've been waiting to upgrade that truck, your moment has arrived, baby. I got to tell you, right now at Don Mealy Chevrolet, you can lease a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT. That is the truck I want, by the way. And you can lease it for just $409 a month for 36 months or finance with 0% APR. That's right. It's the legendary Silverado dependability, advanced features, and the red tag savings you do not want to miss. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet, or you can shop anytime. You can go on right now. DMChevy.com. That's DMChevy.com, because when the red tags are gone, the deals are gone. Chevy, together, let's drive.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. This guy is money, and he joins me now to talk about the latest in real estate. How is the market doing right now, and how can buyers take advantage?
The market is doing well. It's not crazy like it was a few years ago, but right now it is prime to buy real estate. Not so great for sellers, but it's prime to buy real estate. And one of the big things that buyers are getting now is instead of fighting over the home, we're fighting over concessions from sellers to buy down the rate, make repairs, cover your down payment. I think that the big thing right now is finding an agent that can negotiate, understands the market, really, really fights to keep as much money they can in your pocket.
And Kevin is that agent. When it comes to real estate, experience matters. Trust Kevin Krager to move you right along. Search his name on Facebook or call him today, 407-702-4635.
Looking at major delays this afternoon for those traveling on I-4 east and westbound by the major attractions exits, as well as through downtown. Looking at similar delays for those taking the Turnpike north and southbound today by 192, as well as near the Oakland Exchange exit. If you happen to come across any other major traffic problems, make sure you're calling the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Get up to 50% off select major appliances, plus up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for details.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Hey, it's Jack Bradshaw, Program Director with iHeartRadio. And when it comes to getting around Central Florida, from our Monster Brew buses to our Tampa Bay Bucks listener bus trip, we trust MCA Transportation. For over 25 years, MCA has been the go-to for everything from luxury executive rides to full-size passenger buses. Whether it's a school field trip or a team bus, airport transfer, or group outing, MCA delivers comfort, reliability, and top-tier service every time. Ride with the best. Visit MCAtransportation.com. That's MCAtransportation.com.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Crossing the finish line, nothing like it. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win, lining up all the facts so the truth is clear. Yeah, we're built for that.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Carmelo Anthony for the Bail Project.
Bad news, you've been arrested. Good news, you're innocent until proven guilty. If you can pay your bail, good news, you go home to wait your trial. If you can't, sorry, you go to jail to wait. But sure, you still presumed innocent. But since you can't afford bail, you've lost your freedom. That's not right. And that's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting the in-cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is the beat of sports.
Right now, I don't think Lane Kiffin knows how to leave Ole Miss for the Florida job. Do I leave before the playoff? Do I stay and then it gets out? There's a part of me that thinks that Lane loves the idea of rebuilding Florida. I don't think he doesn't believe that he can't win at Ole Miss. I think he's showing you that he can win 10 games at Ole Miss and get to the playoffs. But I also think because of that, he may not leave because I don't think he knows how to leave. And there's no script to this because of the playoff going now into January, possibly. Then there's the other part of like, well, they want me and I got to be portal ready and recruit ready, but I don't know what to do. And I think that's what Lane Kiffin's dealing with, which may make him choose to stay because how do you do this?
Beat of Sports with Mark Daniels. Weekday mornings following the bridge at 9:30 on FM 96.9 The Game, Orlando's sports leader. Number one on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WYGM Orlando, WJRR, HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Free never sounded so good. It's a free-for-all Friday. Let your voice be heard and see what you can get Bianchi and Kravitz all fired up about. Text us at 50857 or hit us up on the iHeartRadio Talkback. Now back to Game On.
Here's a conundrum for you, Bianchi. What if there's 3 teams all vying for the 7, 8, and 9 rank for their position for the playoffs, and they all 3 have beaten each other? Say BYU beat UCF, UCF beat Texas Tech, but then Texas Tech beat BYU. How do you rank that 3-team head-to-head matchup when each team has beat the other team?
Well, yeah, then you would have to go through all of the metrics and strength of schedule and all of that. But
yeah, all the stuff that they go through anyway.
Yeah, but if you just have 2 teams, all right, and you're trying to decide who should be ranked ahead of the other team, head to head is and both teams have the same record, then boom, it's
but
easy.
This is the committee saying we don't think they're that close. We don't think they're actually that close. If we thought they were that close, we'd give the nod to Miami because Miami beat Notre Dame. We think Notre Dame is significantly better than Miami. Why would we rank Miami ahead of them?
Stop thinking and look at the head-to-head.
Stop thinking they're a committee. These are not automatic qualifiers.
There's one thing is all that matters. How you did against each other. How you did head-to-head.
But that's not – where does it say that? Where does it say when they walk in the room?
That's what sports is all about.
Like it says play like a champion.
You play the game, and then you win the game. You should be ranked ahead of the other team, as Herm Edwards once said.
That's not what he said.
You play to win the game, and then if you win the game, you're ranked ahead of the other team. Herm said.
You are misquoting Herm Edwards. Oh, my God. On the text line at 50857, we've asked you to ask us anything. And, Mike, we need to pick a winner here, so let's rattle through some of these. We're going to go rapid fire. In your history of playing fantasy football, what player is injured has hurt you most?
What player
injury has hurt you most? Adrian Peterson, ACL tear, whatever year that was. Pure pain.
I can't remember.
Okay.
No.
Mike's like, whoever got hurt this year. I hate everybody. Let's see. Another one. Magic fans are overreacting. It's been 15 years since they've been relevant. More of a statement than a question.
Good point. They deserve to overreact, I guess is what he's saying. After all the suffering and rebuilds they've been through, maybe they deserve to overreact. I do think it's a good thing that Magic fans care. Again,
absolutely. I think that Magic fans should be able to separate their history from their present, because what does Jeff Weltman have to do with Nick Anderson bricking free throws? You know, these things are not, they don't relate to each other. It's just the same logo. If you had to remove one traditional Thanksgiving food item and replace it with a non-traditional item, which would you choose? That's a tough question.
Is green bean casserole traditional?
That is traditional.
I would definitely remove that.
And replace it with some, you know what? If we're going to keep the green on there, how about some Brussels sprouts with the bacon on it?
How about getting rid of the green bean casserole and replacing it with prime rib?
Yeah, you see this plate? I got turkey over here with some gravy. Got some prime rib over here, mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
I love prime rib.
All right, we'll answer some more of these when we get back in a moment. I have one more pair of UCF Oklahoma State tickets. Text in 50857. I don't have enough time to ask a question, so just let me know you want them, and we'll go ahead and send you that way. 60 seconds. We'll be right back.